Okay, so in today's lesson, we're going to be talking more about equations, which is a mathematical statement. And your learning goal is that by the end of the lesson, you should understand that equations must be balanced. So both sides of the equal sign should equal the same value. And you can do that by understanding that fact families allow you to determine what the missing numbers are. So we're going to go through a little bit of a review with fact families, and it's just an understanding that your equation should be balanced. So in order to do that, I want you thinking about a balanced scale. Okay, so in order to have a total of 16, here I have 8 and 8, because 8 plus 8 will give you 16. The same values are down here, which is why our scale is balanced. Okay, what other numbers could I use to balance our scale? I could have a 4 plus 4 instead of this 8, because a 4 and a 4 still equals 8. So they're still balanced. I could have a 2 plus 6 over here, because that's still a value of 8 on this side. These are still balanced, because in total I have 16 still. I could have a 1 and a 7 over here. They're still balanced, because this is still a total of 8, plus our other 8 on this side will give us 16. I could have a 3 and a 5, because that will still give me 8. So you're just thinking about different combinations of numbers that you can come up with that would give you 8. Okay, so when we're dealing with equations, they want us to solve this problem here. So there are 10 apples, 3 are outside of the box. How many are in the box? So we know we have 10 apples in total. So there's our equal sign, that's our total number. 3 are outside of the box, and we don't know. Okay, let's reverse that. We don't know how many are in the box. So you're thinking about what n would represent and keeping in mind that this side must balance and equal to 10. 7 plus 3 equals 10. So 7 apples are in the box. We have 17 plums. Some are on the table, so we don't know how many are on the table, so that's going to be our question mark. The other 12 are in the container, so how many plums are on the table? So we're going to draw our equal sign. We know that there are 17 plums. We know that 12 are in the container. We do not know how many are on the table. What number plus 12 will give you 17? Sync. Good stuff. Okay. So this is an equation too, guys, and this is what we are used to seeing, right? 34 plus 27 is going to give you a total. Algebra is similar. It's just that we're working in reverse orders and we're trying to solve for what this is, but we're given this number. When you have an equation, there are usually 3 blanks. Something plus something, something minus something, something times something is going to give you a total. And we're used to having these two numbers and then solving for what this is. But as long as we have what our total is and we have one other number, we can always solve for what the missing number is. Okay? So we have 34 stamps. We have 27 Brazilian stamps. So how many stamps do we have in total? If we add 34 plus 27, we should have 7 plus 4 is 11, carry the 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. 61 stamps. So our total here is 61. Okay. Here we have a total of 10. So here's our equal sign. We have 3 outside of the box. What do we have to have inside of the box to give us 10? Here we have a total of 17. We have 12 inside of the container. What do we have on the table to give us 17? A fact family for the sentence 3 plus 4 equals 7 is. Okay, so here, these are fact families. I told you we were going to review these. All this is a reversal of the 4 and the 3 from here. Here you're taking the total, 7, you're subtracting 3, that gives you 4, and 7 minus 4 equals 3. So fact families are important to help you realize what the missing number is. Ten minus blank equals 3. So 10 minus 7 equals 3. 3 plus 7 equals 10. And 7 plus 3 equals 10. These are fact families for 10, 7, and 3. So the solution for the problem would be 10 minus 3 equals 7. We just did those. Okay. So I like this one. 1 plus 1 plus a blank number equals 9. So this is still an equation. We're just working with more numbers. So if I have a 1 plus a 1, I get 2. So 2 plus what number is going to give you 9? 7. 2 plus blank equals 9. 7. Okay. 2 plus 2 plus what is going to give you 9. 2 plus 2 is already going to give you 4. This is going to be 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. You'll notice this part of the equation is this. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 2 equals the 4. 3 plus 3 equals the 6. So it's just another way of rewriting your equation, kind of similar to what we were doing with the balance scale at the beginning of our lesson, when we were just coming up with different ways to come up with 8 on both sides. Where were we? Here we are. Okay. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay, don't get freaked out about multiplication and division. They are in here, but you'll know what these numbers are. So you're thinking in terms of, you can do a few things here. You can think, what times 6 equals 48? Yep. Okay. Or you can think 48 divided by 6 gives me what? You're thinking fact families. It's the opposite. Okay, come down here. Here's a division. I don't know what divided by 5 is going to give me 6. Well, think in terms of what is 6 times 5. You're thinking of the opposite operation here. 6 times 5 is 30. If I divide 30 by 5, I'm going to get 6. Something plus 6 is going to give me 28. Okay, you can do some quick addition here, or you can subtract. 28 minus 6 gives you what? 22. What number, if you subtract 4, will give you 16? Okay, well, what's 16 plus 4? It's the opposite here. 16 plus 4. We have a subtraction question here, so we can make this addition. And then you can check if it's true. 20 minus 4 equals 16. Yes, and 16 plus 4 will give you 20. You're working sometimes in opposite. This is 22. It doesn't look like a 2. Here you need to think of two numbers that are the same plus two numbers that are the same that would give you 10. So your numbers are going to be small. I'm thinking 2 plus 2, that gives me 4, plus 3, plus 3, which would give me 6. And I know that 4 plus 6 gives me 10. Cindy had 12 cookies. She shared 8 with her friends and ate the rest. How many cookies did she eat? So she has 12 cookies. She starts with 12. Okay. She shared 8 with her friends. So she shares, gives away 8. How many does she eat? How else could you rewrite this? She shares 8 with her friends and she eats the rest. Okay. So this is just the beginning of algebra. Algebra gets more tricky as you guys get older. It's pictures do help. If you find that the pictures are silly and you don't want to draw them, you don't have to. But if you're starting off and you're a little nervous about it, feel free to draw pictures to help you. And again, ask if you have any questions, and I'll see you on Wednesday.